Hiya, you are with Carla from Mindset and Mayhem because the world is mayhem, but your mindset doesn't have to be. And today I'm going to be tapping with you on motivation or on procrastination, which is sometimes the opposite of motivation. And my tap today is going to be focused on changing the stories that we tell ourselves about why we're not doing something and starting to dissolve those so that we can actually get things done that we want and we're just not showing up for. And the reason why this is important is because when you do something, or even when you take a little baby step towards doing something, you build some trust in yourself and you expand your comfort zone. And quite often we say we want something and we're willing to do it and we want the end result, but we just don't take action because it feels more comfortable to stay where we are. So I'm going to be doing an EFT tap today on this, and I am going to suggest that you can edit it and personalize it for you. And that is the unique way that I do my EFT tapping as a practitioner of 18 years with you, is that I create EFT taps that you can personalize, because when you have got your individual circumstances in an EFT tap, that is when they are the most powerful and create that change in your energy system. So if you're familiar with tapping, you might want to fast forward through. If you're not familiar with tapping, you might want to pause now and watch another video on where to find the points, because the more precise you are with your EFT tapping points on the meridian points, the more benefit you are going to get. However, if you just want a quick fix and you want to try it, then try this and go through and see if it creates some change for you. And if not, then go through, do a little refresher on where your points are and how you can personalize the tap to get the most out of it for you, and then come back and redo the tap as well. So I have marked down below where the EFT tap starts. Now I'm just going to give my little disclaimer that I'm not a qualified medical health practitioner. I have been an EFT practitioner for years, but if you need to see someone that is a qualified medical health provider, then please do. I just want the best for you, and sometimes that requires seeing someone that isn't me. And I also want to tell you a little bit about EFT tapping. You may notice as you tap a few things. You may notice that there's some weeping of the eyes, you may notice some yawning, some laughing, you might feel hot, you might feel cold, you might feel tingling in different places. That's all possible. Sometimes the energy system will give you a big burst of emotion, and there will be some tears that happen. Just keep tapping. Even if you can't get the words out, just keep tapping, because that feeling is being edited from your system, and you've got to be in the state to be able to edit the energy system, which is why we personalize it. Now know that I am going to say a statement in my EFT tapping, and you are going to repeat that statement, and sometimes I will ask you to add a little bit more on to the end. Now if you can't find anything to add, don't worry, because while you are thinking and pulling open all those drawers in your brain, you are actually searching and editing that out. Now one of the things that I am going to say is that the more emotion, the more emotive you put into the words you say, and the more you express yourself and, really have a complain, the more that you are going to edit out. Okay, so don't be afraid to really put you back into it and have a good whine. Okay, the negative emotion does not get stuck. The negative emotion needs to be recognized for you to be able to work with EFT to dissolve that and to change patterns of being. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to jump straight into our tap on motivation, and please feel free to change the word thing to what it is that you are stuck doing. Okay, see you on the other side. Ready for the tap for motivation. On the side of the hand, even though I'm not doing the thing, feel free to insert what the thing is. Even though I'm not going walking in the morning, I can love and accept myself. Even though I'm telling stories about why I'm not doing the thing, I can love and accept myself. Even though the thing would help me to do something I really want to do, but I'm still not doing it, I can accept where I am. Eyebrow point. I just don't want to do it. Feel free to say what it is. I just don't want to. Under the eye, I don't have to. Under the nose, but it makes me feel, how does it make you feel when you don't do that thing? Add in your words there. It makes me feel. Chin, and then it causes me to, what else does it cause you to do? Collarbones, but I just don't feel like doing it. Under the arms, and I don't have to. Eyebrow point, I would much rather, what would you much rather do than doing this thing? Outside eye, because doing the thing makes me feel, how does it make you feel? Under the eye. But I'm willing to see this from a different perspective. Under the nose. I'm willing to tell myself something different. Chin point, because I know that not doing this means, what does it mean? What does it mean for you? Collarbone, so I can choose to change, or I can choose to stay the same. Under the collarbones, I get to choose what I do. Collarbone. Oops, eyebrow point. I want to do this thing because, tell me why you want to do this thing. You might say, I want to go for a walk in the morning because I know it'll be good for my health. Because I know it would help to keep my joints mobile. Make a little list. I want to do this thing because, outside the eye, but I just can't be bothered. Under the eye, if I did this thing, I would feel, how would you feel if you did the thing? Under the nose, but I just don't want to. And chin, and that makes me feel. Tell me how it makes you feel. Collarbones, but I'm ready to think about this differently. Under the armpits, maybe I don't have to do it all at once. And maybe you don't have to do it all at once. Maybe you can break it up into other things. Eyebrow point, maybe I could just start by taking a tiny step. And I've got a leaf blower next door. I'm going to keep going. Outside of the eye. And that will make me feel, how will it make you feel if you do a tiny step? Under the eye. And it will bring me closer to getting that thing done. Under the nose. I don't have to do it all at once. Chin. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. Maybe you are being too hard on yourself. Maybe instead of cleaning that linen cupboard out, you can just do a shelf at a time instead of doing the whole thing. And then if every night after work you did a shelf, then the whole thing would be done. And every time you open the cupboard, it's going to feel a lot better. Collarbones, I get to choose what I do. Armpit, the feeling of not doing it might be creating more tension and outweigh the feeling that I get when I don't do it. So quite often we will have, just eyebrow point, quite often we will have a feeling that we give ourselves outside of the eye when we don't do something and it's a feeling of elation or relief, but then it opens up to a feeling of beating ourselves up about not doing something. Move under the eye. And so quite often that discomfort that we might feel by doing the thing under the nose actually is shorter lived than the discomfort when we don't do it, of the looping thoughts that we don't do it. Collarbones. And we can free up space in our mind when we choose to do something by having that short-term discomfort, collarbones, under the arms, for long-term gain. And inside of the hand, I can love and accept myself, whatever I choose to do, because I get to choose. And I love myself for where I'm at. Then hands down and taking a breath in, taking a breath out, maybe closing your eyes. And then think about doing the task. And how do you feel now, knowing that it's a choice and that you get to choose? And then if you found this tap helpful, I would like you to subscribe below and like it, maybe even leave a comment so that I get some feedback, and you can follow some of the links that I have afterwards to access some of my other paper scripts and some of my other work as well, because I'm here for busy women to create that ease in their life, because I am you and these are the tools that I use to create ease in my life and to come more from a place of love and to experience the joy and bliss in the world, rather than stay stuck in looping thoughts and old stories that really don't do good things for me. So I hope that you find that this provides you with the grace and ease and a little bit of rocket fuel to go out and to just take a baby step towards getting that thing done, closing that loop in your head, building trust in yourself and your ability to show up, and to move through the world doing hard things, because you can do hard things. Ciao, ciao.